Welcome back, welcome back. Let's see if I could do this video without getting partially blocked.
I would say this. I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was in the 30s, when I heard the girls from up here, they remind me of myself because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was
This is a dating coach. This woman gets paid to tell you what she tells you.
on, and I run in those. I would say this. I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was in the 30s, when I heard the girls from up here, they remind me of myself because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was on, and I run in those circles. But what I've learned is a lot of those men just couldn't be faithful. So then
Oh, so for all the women that are not high value women with making six figures, because she is, and she looks decent for 41. She's not an ugly woman, right? So she has money, she has intelligence, and she has all the things that you think you're gonna get, but you're not. And she cannot land a six figure man. I wonder why.
learned, well, that's my deal breaker.
Oh yeah, because a man with a lot of money can do whatever the fuck he wants. And if he wants to have you and a side piece, he's going to do it. Why? Because he can afford it, and there's nothing you can do. And there's plenty of young girls out here that don't care. So all the older women that have in your head, I'm gonna demand a man. It's like my grandmother's days when the demanding shit never worked. You're never your average woman, and you don't even have the capability of being with these men, nor the you don't like their lifestyle. But all women say they want these men.
Faithfulness is my deal breaker. So I've been blessed.
So the question I have then is because I hear what you're saying, but then I also like, that sounds good.
Okay.
It does.
Because you 41 years old, married, any kids?
Nope, I froze my eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
This is true.
So she has six-figure job, lying to you, and she has enough money to freeze her eggs. And the statistics on that actually working is a 70% chance it's not gonna work. So you have a 30% chance. Do you have money to pay for this as a regular average woman? When you get with this high value, sound the horns, my father's in the building. When you get with this high value man and you already have a child or you don't have children, just remember, he's gonna spend what it would take for your wedding and providing for your child for the first year. He's taking all that just to try to get them to get alive. And they still might fail, and there's no refunds. Men are going to get rich so they can waste most of their money creating a child instead of taking his money and going to get a younger woman that can just have kids. Yeah, that's what we inspire to. We want to play fucking magician and scientific weird science with our DNA. No, that's what yous are willing to do because you don't care. You don't care about making abominations.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, 42,005, he can't afford your standard of life.
And then have the fucking nerve to say, I believe in the Bible. I believe we should do what the fallen angels did and tamper with our children. Yous are fucking retarded.
So is that my problem?
It's the reality of the world.
Yes.
See, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
Women are very delusional.
My eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
This is true.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, 42,005, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
It's the reality of the world. See,
this six-figure woman, black woman, in her mind thinks that she knows 50% of black men, the pickings that she's going to pick from, more than 50% of them are average. And then the ones that are up there that are not average, they're not super good looking. You know? So she wants a good looking average man that's good looking, above average, but to have unaverage money. Can you say you're living a fantasy? You can't just... I don't understand how you don't get it. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's called delusion.
what happens far too often, especially in our communities, black women wait too long to get married. You wait till you're too old. You wait till you have too much experience, and your experience and your income has gone up, and that is inversely proportional to your sexual marketplace value.
So can I speak to that?
So let me finish.
Okay.
Sexual marketplace value means, does a man desire you? When does men desire you at your most? When you're young and you don't have children, because then he can have children with you because it's easier. You have less dicks in you. You have less experience in the world. So when he goes to do things with you, it's fun. If you run around with all these men doing all these things, you're not a fucking wife. You're someone that now you gotta get somebody that can take you somewhere else. So, oh yeah, you gotta have a rich guy, but rich guys don't want that. Yous are done. A lot of yous are done. Because when you wake up to this reality, you're not going to treat a regular man like you're regular. You're going to believe in your head, I'm older, I still look good, and I got money, so I should be, I'm going to go get this average looking, long dick young nigga, and he's going to treat me in this other fantasy way. He's not going to be a man. He's not going to want to have kids.
Make an example because I hear women come on and say, you know what, that high value thing, I really don't want that because I don't want to have to share him. All right, but then are you going to be able to look at a man making $45,000 a year and respect him to the same level that a high value man would be respected?
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't try to minimize me in any way.
Oh, okay.
Now that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self.
You didn't answer whether or not you respect him to the same level you respect the high value man.
Well, let me tell you this.
That means no.
Say yes, only because I'm gonna tell you this. I've dated high value men. I've dated the men with the Rolls Royces and all the cars and all the glitz and glamour, and they always thought because they had the cars and the glitz and glamour that you got to bow down to them.
They don't think it, they know it. They know there's always going to be a woman that will bow down to them, that is young and will do anything they say. They don't think this shit. They know it. Remember when they had you bowing down and gobbling when you were young? Remember? And they discarded you like trash because you wouldn't listen. You didn't really get that he could do whatever you want and he'll get married to whoever he wants, whenever he wants, and until he decides to get married, he's gonna sleep with whoever he wants. It's not that they think they can do it. Women allow them to do it. Period. They don't need to think nothing.
I get it, but I'm talking about the man who's working at the post office.
I would say, now I'm gonna tell you my requirements. I want you to be attractive. So if you're a guy that's working at the post office and you're attractive and you...
Hold on, let me time out. Why do you want to be attractive?
I can't have nothing?
No, let me explain. See, this is what's so wrong for so many of our women.
Just like I said, when you finally come down to Averageville and say, alright, I got all this money, I got something for a dude without no money like that, at least he gotta have a job and take care of himself. So that's good. You know what I mean? That's what's up. But since I'm gonna sacrifice all this money, he definitely better look good. So that also means he's definitely better be packing at 6 or 9 inches or whatever you prefer, right? So now that I'm average and I'm up to bat, I have to look good, which I can't change my face. I can't change my dick size. So you eliminated multiple men again. Every average dude ain't running around looking good and packing heat, dog. You get it? And then we already know most of the good-looking men are the thuggos, you know, the ones that you's already ran through. And now you have to respect the sweeper on the street, the mailman, the regular men, you know, the average guys. How many mailmen do you see looking really good? How many bus drivers? Oh, there's not a lot of them, huh? So, can you say an average man that looks good and has good sex game is like being a high value man on the average level? Yes, it does. So, what does that mean? That means that man, if he's not a holier than thou man that wants one woman, then he looks good and he has a little bit of money, and there are women that are completely broke under him. Get it? They're broke and they're young. Get it? So to them, he's high value. And these young chicks and older chicks with children, some of them understand they ruined their chances. So when they see this average man, they're going to get with him. And then they're going to be like, what the fuck do I got to do to make you happy to keep me around? Because I'm competing with other women no matter what level I'm on. And if I fucking irritate you enough, you'll leave. And that's it. For all of my looks and all my money, she doesn't have children, and she cannot get a man to stay with her. Because the ones that would stay with her, they're not good enough. Until she hits 50.
You're supposed to be the attractive one, not us. Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive. Meaning out.
You're cave women. You think you're so smart, you're a caveman.
For so many of our women, you're supposed to be the attractive one, not us. Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive. Meaning, I want you to look good. So, he can make $40,000 a year as long as he look good.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he can make $40,000 a year. I'm not.
That's what most black men make, $42,500.
You see how stupid she is? I'm not. Well, he got maybe 60, maybe 50. You are on the black side of reality. God made you a black woman. Your men are not allowed to make more money than that. And the ones that are don't want you. So what does that mean? You cannot have a fucking black man with money because they don't want you. And the ones that are left, we don't make that kind of money for whatever the fucking reason. I don't care if it's someone cheating or we're lazy or whatever. Nigga, this is what you got. What you gonna do with it though? Right? Oh yeah, nitpick and complain about shit, but yous have all these problems that we gotta, not nitpick and complain, we just accept it. It don't make sense.
Okay, so Kevin, so are you saying in your perspective that it's over for me? Then
no,
I don't
no,
have
it's not. No, what I'm saying is your price is too high.
How is my price too high?
Okay, well, first of all, you asked me, and I'm going. You're 41 and unmarried.
Right.
You're freezing
By choice.
Yikes.
By choice.
Yeah, that's no.
Well,
no. You women gotta stop saying I'm single by choice. If the man of your dreams came right now and picked you, you wouldn't be single, right? Because you would get the man that you want. So do you really choose to be single, or the man you want won't pick you? You didn't get picked for 40 years. You don't pick a husband. A husband picks you. You're not single by choice. You're single because you cannot be picked. For whatever the reason. Maybe you are a good woman and you just keep running into the wrong ones. But regardless, you didn't get picked. There's no woman in the world that's single by choice. Because soon as we put that stupid fucking man in front of you and he says, I want you right now, I want you to be mine, I guarantee your ass say, yeah.
I can say that. I was once engaged when I was...
Can you go up to the same man and say, I choose you to be my husband, now come? No, you can't. He'll be like, I don't know you. But you know what you can do? You can walk up to him and say, I want to have sex with you right now. I bet you'll have sex with you, though.
Okay.
No.
I just got...
See, this is what I mean. The engagement queens, you can't make this shit up.
No, I'm not... Wait,
don't overtalk me. No. I said, if we could start giving black women credit for engagements, you act like that shit matters. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice. Unless...
Because they're still stuck on the no child left behind theory. If we you just pretend to be smart and give you the certificate. You can say, I graduated too. I almost got married. So, I'm respected. I should be respected like a wife because I got men to propose to me, but then I turned them down because I didn't want them. So that proves the men that I want to marry don't want to marry me, thus proving I'm not going to get married because the men that I want to marry won't marry me, and I will not marry anybody else under that because I have no respect for this illusion that's in my mind. No man can make me happy. No other man. You have to have that money. You have to be loved by all these people. I have to be able to walk in a room and every bitch around me has to be fucking jealous of me and want my man. And then, since they're young and, I can't do those tricks no more, now I'm putting myself in the danger zone because, this man can, want to do what he wants. And if I don't give it to him, it's not wrong for him to say, I'm not getting what I want and I'm going to replace you. Not no bad guy. Oh, you're not this and you're not good enough. And no, you won't do what I want, so I'm free to get what I want.
You're turning away proposals of men of value and esteem. It doesn't matter. Y'all talk about y'all are unmarried when ain't nobody that you want to marry trying to marry you.
Facts.
Kevin, can I speak to that?
No, because I haven't got to my point. Because I haven't got to my point. Okay, you asked me why is it over for me? That's what you asked.
But I want to say one thing. Okay,
Let me get to my point. Dude,
okay.
I didn't even. This is why it's over for a lot of sisters too. Look, you can be right all you want to.
All you
Men
want.
control access to marriage, and one of the.
Do you understand that, women? Like, I'm not coming as James the Just Bible guy right now. I'm coming as just a man, just a regular man. Men have this thing called power and the dynamic of reality, get it? And no matter how much you try to say and fight against it, there's always a woman that will submit and give us what we want. Because they don't want to be broken alone and they like to actually not starve. Then other women are like, I'm regular and I'm not going to get a man like that. So you know what? When I get a good looking man that has really good sex with me and can talk to me and do these regular things and I'm just content with that. I'm getting these basic things that even a rich woman's not getting. A rich woman's not getting her shit blown out and making love all day. They don't have time. Their man has shit to do. So when you realize you're getting more love and treatment than the rich girls, maybe you stop wanting to fucking be them when you can't even be them anyway. You get it?
Major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine, you're too bossy, you're too opinionated. That works well in the corporate world when you're making other people successful and rich and fine, but it does not work well when you're trying to connect with a man.
And what are the choices for you older women that have your shit together? Older men are not tolerating you. Unless you're tolerable. Unless you find a man that's older and wants to deal with that. His sex drive is matching yours. So sex is not really a problem and all of that. But usually men's sex drive don't drop down to 50, 60. You know, the time when yous are already wanting to just live regular bubbles and roses and, rolling over and shit. Ruining your marriage, making your man think about that hot waitress every day that offers to suck his cock every night. Yous make it so easy to cheat on you. And we have to bear the weight of this, go without being sexually satisfied for years and years and years to a woman that spent 35 years being sexually satisfied by every man she's ever wanted to be. And, men don't get that. So let me get this straight. You spent your life fulfilling all your sexual fantasies to marry a man to never allow him to have any sexual fantasies or the energy of you. Even if he can't even do all this extra fantasy, he can't even get the best of you. It's already gone.
Why is it over for many women your age? One, because your income has risen. And females have evolved. Evolutionary biology says women want men to have at least what they have. The older you get, the more money you make, the more education you have, the more resources you get, thereby inflating your estimation of yourself. But that estimation is not your sexual marketplace value. It is going down.
Can I respond? I want to be respectful because it's your
Go
platform.
ahead, but do you understand that example I just gave? The inverse proportional relationship.
I understand, but can I speak now? Because I'm being respectful. This is your platform, so I definitely want to honor your rules.
That's what's up.
I just got out of a relationship in January, and I could be married right now if that was my goal. But I would rather be happy than just married to say I have a husband. And I don't think that should be looked down upon.
How many fucking chances does my father gotta give you?
I don't think that's my honest truth. You could, feel away, but that's an honest truth. I was in a relationship that he wanted me.
How long you in it?
We were together since last year, 8 months.
Okay.
And he was ready to be married very soon, very early on. And I don't want to be married just to be married. I'm not going to live with fear and say, oh, okay.
So do you want to be married?
Huh?
You want to be married?
Excuse me?
Do you want to be married?
No.
I want to be happily married. If I get married, it's going to be because...
Do you want to be married?
Oh, did he want to be married? Yes.
Do you want to be married?
I will be married to if it makes sense.
If she really wanted to be married, she would have really looked at her life and said, I'm 41 years old, so, the baby things is basically gone. And I'm not getting a rich man, or the man, maybe he was rich, I don't know, I'm not her. But, a lot of his money is going to go towards that, having a baby. Or a lot of your money is going to go towards having that baby. So let me get this straight. Women are getting a whole bunch of money to want to get married later in life just to give all the money they made up back to whoever and be broke again, but maybe not have the baby, and you had all those other sexual partners. Where do men win? Oh yeah, men win by having another woman. That's how we win. That's how we forgive you for all your crimes and all your fuck-ups your whole life. We say, you destroyed yourself and I can never get the best of or the real you. So I like you though. You're older, you're mature, you got shit, and you're great. You're gonna make a great mom. Even though you can't have kids, you're about to retire and stuff. You got your money going. You understand to slow the fuck down with your mouth, sound the horns. You know to slow down with your mouth now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you, and since we're compatible, but you can't give me what I want because of nature, we're gonna go find a woman that can give me what I want because of nature. And since you work and I work, we're gonna go get the hottest fucking young girl that you can tolerate. We're gonna go get you a nice young girl best friend, right? And she's gonna do all the things you don't want to do. And we're not talking about sex because she doesn't have a job. She's not balling. We're her job. She's gonna serve us. And since you're a worker, you don't like cleaning. You don't want to look after the baby when we have the baby. She's gonna do it because she's younger, and we're gonna start. We're gonna look for one that actually wants to have a baby and stuff, and don't want to do all the bullshit shenanigans. You get it? You get it? And then you have a young, vital girl to be best friends with, and you can live out your little youngness, girl. Your friend. You all want a friend, right? And then your man gets to live out his reality of I get to bear children. All this money and all this planning is going to get left to somebody and not somebody else. And then, you're older. You don't want to get on your knees. You don't have time for that. You got work to do. You're a fucking boss chick. You don't like when a man tells you, shut your fucking mouth and let me get it and all that. You need a man to be romantic, and he knows how to do those things. But he's also a man that didn't ever get to, talk to a woman like that and sexually beat her mind into submission. And since you're not going to let him do it, because you can't, you're not capable. So why how about he gets what he wants, you're getting what you want, and everyone's happy. Like the ancient days. Back in the Roman times where women were allowed to vote and have money and own land. And the first thing they did, they went right to the poor men and said, he's got a big dick. He looks really good. Come on. You're no longer a slave boy. You're married to me now. I'm gonna free you. I'm gonna free you. And you're gonna come with me. And you're gonna work with me. You're not even gonna get a job. Your job is to please me. And be a man. Do that man shit you be doing. Bark orders at me when I'm fucking up the money. Because you know I like to trick off on you. You so pretty. You so pretty, boy. I love having you around. You bring my young fire back to me. And since, I'm not a traditional woman, I know not of the Bible at all. I live in a world of men. I should never ever bring up that Bible and monogamy and all this other stupid shit because I don't live by any of those rules. The Lord doesn't know me, and the Bible did say we were supposed to have concubines anyway. And when you get divorced, you're never supposed to get married again. When you're an older woman in the Bible, you're supposed to go off into the corner and help society. Children, you're not supposed to be looking for a fucking man at a certain age because you can't have babies and make a proper family. So you're supposed to be cool auntie, cool older woman that, helps the kids and stuff. You don't want that life. You don't want it. Now, what men call it is leftover women. Throwaways or whatever dumbass terms they make up. But the Bible said, yous were the cool aunties and the cool, the older women that warned the younger women, do not do what I'm doing because this is what you're going to get. And you're going to be forced to be with a man that, average or not, has to have another woman because if you wait too long, you cannot have your husband's baby. And if you really love your husband, you want to see your husband have his children come to this earth. So stop saying you love men when you don't even want us to have our children. You want us to take care of somebody. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? You want men to sacrifice everything and all things for what? Half of you are living to 60? We get you at 40 and we get 20 years with you. That's not, if I have an accident, you have an accident, and then now I legally marry you, taking on these children that are not mine. You die, and now I gotta raise someone else's fucking kid. You don't give a shit. And it needs to stop. All love, all praise to the Most High. For all the women that think I'm just bashing yous, no, I'm trying to level set you like Kev was doing, so you can pick average men. Women that are clocking in money, men with money don't want you. They cannot be what they want to be with you. Therefore, you got to be with men that you can be that with, that would appreciate that you have money in a home and a pool and all, A man with those things don't give a shit. A man without... Oh, yeah, I forgot. The world told you to hate that man, and that man's really using you. When all your money by yourself, does it make you happy sitting in that house? No. But a man in that motherfucker would make you happy, wouldn't it? Right? Yeah, a man doing things and being a man around you. Yeah. See, there are plenty of regular men, and since you wanted to be the head of the household, now you are, and now you have to do what the head does. Make their house a home. And say, I'm gonna go get the prettiest thing I can get, and I'm gonna take this nigga and he gonna be a come up. I'm his come up and he's my come up because I want sex still. I'm older, but I'm not one of these dusty old there's a lot of you older women I see every day that I'm like, holy shit, you're how old? The girls that are younger than you don't look like that all the time. They sloppy. So no, I'm not saying every older woman just because you have, age on you, your sex drive drops or whatever. No, you guys still want to have sex, some of yous, and some of yous will work a young man right under the table. They won't even know what to do with you. So don't think I doubt older women in any way, because just like men, we're capable of adapting and doing things. But the thing is, it's the mindset. That's what makes yous fail, because yous look at men. Yous believe men having things makes men better. No, a man is a man no matter what he has. No matter what a man has, doesn't mean he's gonna treat you right and make you feel these bubbles and roses. No, all that money, yous can say that's what yous want, but then when yous get that, yous always talk about, oh, I want to have someone there, and I'm gonna just go sleep with the pool boy. He's hot and has a long one. So what is it yous really want? Yous want to make sure yous eat every day. Yous are living in some type of comfortability. But more than anything, yous want to make sure yous have someone that can understand you, talk to you, goof off with you, and then make love to you. And want to make love to you. Yous don't get that. A man working all these hours, he doesn't even have time to do that. Why do you think they get younger wives that please them, that won't say no? Because he knows he don't have time for that dumb shit. Just like you, as an older woman that works hard and you know you're aged up a little bit, you don't have time to play around with older men because they're opinionated, you're opinionated. So do what older men do, drop down and get your eagle on. This could be a whole new reality. Y'all don't realize how many of us could be happy. I know it's gonna be rough in the beginning. You know, we all trained up to think we're somebody special, and you know, women like to, you know, I feel you. Us men had to deal with the heartache of not being rock stars and rich guys. Reality set in for us. And then we learned. That's not happiness. That's not everybody's life. And happiness is in all levels. You can't buy happiness. You can't buy chemistry. You can't buy natural beauty. It's given as a gift from the Lord. Y'all better stop passing up y'all gifts. Stop thinking these jabronis really can do what we can do. Just like them high value dudes. There's not a lot of us either. And we're coming out. It's our time now. It's our time. To reclaim the throne